Welcome back to WWE 2K22 MyRise with X-23, and welcome back to part 2 of Bayley's Intercontinental Championship. In the previous episode, we defeated Bayley only to learn the fine print in the contract stated we have to beat 3 international superstars before we can challenge for the title. We managed to defeat 2 in the previous episode, and today we have our final opponent. Can we take this all the way?
Welcome, the Empress of Tomorrow! And from Osaka, Japan, Asuka! Innovative pioneer outside and inside the ring. In over 914 days without a loss in NXT and WWE. That may be the most impressive of all.
You know, I asked Asuka about her plans for tonight. You know what she yelled at me? Easy peasy.
That's nicer than what she usually yells at you, Saxton.
What are you trying to say?
Our final opponent before we can face Bayley is Asuka. Laura Kinney versus Asuka. This is the final time before Bayley finally gets her comeuppance and we get our championship, which we rightly won in the previous episode back. I just want to say, if you are enjoying the series, don't forget to subscribe. A like and does help as well. And if you're enjoying any content on the channel, ring that bell to not miss anything. So our focus has to be on Asuka now. We've got to forget about Bayley and just concentrate on our opponent in the ring currently. Laura Kinney needs to focus up and make sure no mistakes happen. We are this close to getting our championship back, but we, rightly or wrongly, were denied. Laura Kinney is intent on winning her first bit of gold in WWE. And so far, a strong start. Laura Kinney showcasing why we should be on top. But what is this? Bayley can't resist. She has to come out just to interrupt the match, just to get into Laura Kinney's head. She's trying everything to stop Laura Kinney getting this opportunity. Asuka taking advantage. Backslide. It's one, and Laura Kinney very quick to kick out there. And deservedly so. That would have been so wrong to lose it because of Bayley there coming out for the interruption. She's trying everything to get into Laura Kinney's head, and so far she hasn't succeeded. It just shows the resiliency of Laura Kinney. Asuka now trying to take advantage of the mistake there and letting Bayley kind of interrupt the match so far. Asuka now has a chance to gain some momentum. Start of the match, she was struggling to get into it. Laura Kinney was well on top, but then as soon as Bayley comes out with the interruption, Asuka has taken over. So now Laura Kinney needs to get back into this. We need to fight back. Asuka well in control currently. It's not looking good so far. Asuka is a very strong opponent. You know, a previous women's champion. It's not an easy opponent by any stretch of the imagination. You've got to really fight to win this match. Although it is a good start before we face Bayley to be up against someone of this calibre. But we have beaten Bayley before, that's the other side of it. But at the minute, Asuka fully in control. Laura Kinney needs to fight back, and it could be this moment here where she finally managed to get some momentum back on her side and is fighting back now against Asuka. Picking her back up, and out of nowhere, the Crescent Scythe from Laura Kinney hits. That was completely out of nowhere, and that's why that move is so powerful. She's now in the corner. We know what she's looking for. She's looking for the Mirage Feint, and it hits. Mirage Feint on Asuka. It's 1, it's 2, it's 2. Asuka kicks out. So instead, Laura Kinney moves on to the Rings of Saturn. We've seen this move before. We have managed to get a win with it as well. Will Asuka tap out to the Rings of Saturn? She's fighting hard to stay into this. She doesn't want to give up. Laura Kinney really putting the stretch on there, but it's not enough. Asuka manages to get out of it, powering through, elbows to the face of Laura Kinney there. I thought that was over. I really honestly thought we'd just beaten Asuka there, but no, Asuka had other ideas. This shows the resiliency and determination Asuka has as well. The fact that she put us down like that and managed to survive not just the Crescent Scythe, but also the Mirage Feint. Big kicks here by Asuka as well to Laura Kinney. She's doing a lot of damage. Laura Kinney is not looking good in this match so far. Asuka really going to town. And what is this? It is going to be the running hip attack by Asuka. And Laura Kinney is down. We need to kick out of this. Is it all over for us? It's one. It's two. 2 count only. And Laura Kinney survives once again. Both women are putting on one hell of a match so far. This must be the hardest match, I would have said, of Laura Kinney's career so far. And Asuka has it locked in. It's the Asuka lock on Laura Kinney. Laura Kinney needs to fight hard now. She doesn't want to give up. She wants this championship back that Bayley stole off her. We've got to fight through this. Can we get out of the Asuka lock? Asuka is really trying to get this in. I think we've done it. I think Laura Kinney is out. She has elbows to the face of Asuka, and she is out of the Asuka lock. I thought that might be over, to be fair. I did think we were in big trouble there. Laura Kinney now needs to get the momentum back on her side. Can't allow Asuka another opportunity. Otherwise, it could be game over for Laura Kinney. But Laura Kinney now showing why she should win this match. She is in control once again. Going for the pin. It's one. Only a 1 count that time. Asuka. Quick kick out, but she's looking drained. She is looking tired. And this is what Laura Kinney has to do. Has to keep the speed up. Keep the momentum up. And just try and wear down Asuka as much as possible. Both women have had great opportunities to win this match, but both women have also shown a lot of determination to stay into this so far. Asuka now neck breaker as well there. And again, Asuka now taking control of the match. Laura Kinney has to get back into this. Nice reversal there, taking Asuka off her feet. And Laura Kinney now throwing Asuka into the turnbuckle. We know what's coming next. We've seen this before. Frenzy. No, it's not. Asuka had that scouted. Frenzy scouted there by Asuka. Laura Kinney probably thought she was on one then, but unlucky to be countered there by Asuka. Countered there by Laura Kinney as well. Nice drop kick. And what's she going for here? Another submission by Laura Kinney. Trying to really grind down Asuka now. She's trying to get the actual submission to hold. But I think Asuka's going to get out of this. She is. She's going to power way through. Nice reversal by Asuka. Takes Laura Kinney down. It wasn't close to being over there, I don't think. Laura Kinney now in the corner. Asuka taking the time. And that gave Laura Kinney enough time to get out of there. Another nice drop kick. Takes Asuka down. And Laura Kinney's back into the corner. We know what she's looking for here. She's looking for the Mirage Feint. Can we hit it? It's the Mirage Feint by Laura Kinney, and it hits. It's got to be over now. Both women putting on one hell of a match. It's one, it's two, it's... No! Asuka kicks out at the last moment there. How much more punishment can Asuka take? Into the corner now. And bouncing off the turnbuckle there for Asuka. Laura Kinney wants this to be over. She's so close to winning. Well, several times we thought she'd won. But we're going to see it again. It's going to be Frenzy by Laura Kinney this time. No response from Asuka. And it's going to be the Rage Trigger to follow it up by Laura Kinney. But the Rage Trigger fails. I don't know why, but it just failed for some reason. So we're going for the roll-up instead. Can we sneak a victory here? It's two. It's three. Laura Kinney has taken a victory over Asuka. Not the way we expected it to happen. Honestly thought Rage Trigger would have finished it. Rage Trigger for some reason failed. And it was a very intelligent move there by Laura Kinney to finish the match against Asuka. I can't say we stole one because I think we deserved to win, but it was a fantastic match between two fantastic individuals. And now we are ready to face Bayley.
You're full of it, Bayley. But I did what your so-called contract asks. 3 international superstars defeated. Shall I ask Mandy to set the title match, or would you like to do the honors?
As much as I hate to admit it, I am impressed. Congratulations. You know, I've said it from the start, this Intercontinental Championship is a very prestigious title. After all, I hold it. But you've done the work, so I'll talk to Mandy.
Wait, so you're really not gonna try to weasel out of this?
What kind of champion do you think I am? After all, you fulfilled the requirements of the contract exactly, and you know how much I respect official championship contract law.
Right.
Oh, but speaking of, there is one thing I forgot to mention. Since it is an international title, you know how when you apply for your passport or a visa, there's a waiting period before you get it? Yeah, the title contract actually also specifies a lengthy waiting period before we can set up the match you qualified for.
You're kidding me. No, you're probably actually serious, aren't you?
Don't worry, it'll go by fast. I mean, by the time the waiting period is over, I'll have probably broken the record as the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion ever, male or female. But to you, it will seem like the blink of the eye. I mean, heck, I guess there's a chance that you might not even be in WWE by then. So I don't know. Feel free to send me a card or something, or congratulate me on social media since you'll be retired. Hashtag longest reigning IC champion sounds good. Thanks. Can't wait to hear from you then. Toodles!
Our women's Intercontinental Champion, Bayley, is apparently throwing herself some sort of celebration.
The WWE Universe is not enthused.
Today is a day that will surely be mentioned in all the effusive speeches when I, Bayley, am inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, because in just a few short moments, down to the exact minute when I first won this little beauty here, I will become the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion, not for the women, not for the men, but for all of WWE for all time. You idiots said I couldn't do it, but you know who never doubted me? Me! So let's join in and count down to the moment of my glory. It's only 20 minutes to go.
You gotta be kidding me.
I'm gonna be back in about 19 minutes.
1959, 1958, 1957, 1956, 1955, 1954. Come on, I can't hear you. 1950, 1949, 1948, 1947.
Yes!
Thank you.
I don't think I could have made it through that.
No one could.
It is a momentous day, but not because you're going to break any records. Guess whose waiting period just ended? And that's fitting, because tonight is going to be a night of endings. Your Intercontinental title reign is ending, too. Right here, right now.
We're going to have a Women's Intercontinental Championship match coming up next.
Finally, after jumping through countless hoops and waiting over a year, this could be the night that she takes Bayley's title.
If it means not having to sit through one of these celebrations, I'm all for it.
After waiting 455 days, Laura Kinney finally gets her opportunity against Bayley. She has bided her time, she has trained hard, and it all comes down to this match. Laura Kinney versus Bayley for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Laura Kinney knows that all rides on one match, and this is her opportunity. Her first taste of gold in WWE after the last time was taken away from her by Bayley and her small group. Laura Kinney started well, struggling a few times now, missing with moves that she should be hitting. A knee miss there by Bayley though. Nice roll out of the way. A nice takedown there by Laura Kinney. Got to make sure we focus on Bayley at all times. Don't let her have any opportunity to get any moves in if you can help it. Nice stop there as well. And another moonsault over the top. She's going to go for the pin. Laura Kinney got the pin now. It's one, and it's only a one count. No way was Bayley ready to give up her championship that easily. Laura Kinney knows she needs to do a lot more yet. But this is where we just need to grind Bayley down as much as possible. Another pin by Laura Kinney. It's 1, it's 2, and a kick out there by Bayley. Laura Kinney showing she's trying to play intelligently. She's trying to focus on Bayley, grind her down, but also if she has to kick out, that's energy she's using up. So she's just trying to play an intelligent game with her really, and just focus all the attention on the legs as much as possible there. Baseball slide here, nice kick as well. Bayley down once again. Laura Kinney is definitely in control. She's shown she's used her time wisely in the weight for this opportunity, and it has definitely worked in her favour. Bayley would have been better off probably facing her straight after Asuka, because that was when she had just gone through one hell of a match. But instead Bayley made her wait 455 days. That could go against Bayley now, because all Laura Kinney's had to do is bide her time. Bayley into the corner, we've seen this before. It's going to be frenzy by Laura Kinney into the corner. Can we follow this up? Laura Kinney setting it up nicely. It's going to be rage trigger by Laura Kinney, but once again it fails. So instead Laura Kinney doing what she did against Asuka. Nice roll up here. Can we get the free count? It's 1, it's 2, it's 2.5. Bayley very quick to get out of that. 2.5 count there. Really thought we had it. Laura Kinney though is ready for the next move. She's in the corner. She's looking for the Mirage feint. And Bayley moves out of the way. She dodged the Mirage feint. That's really unlucky for Laura Kinney. If she'd hit that, it surely would have been over. Bayley now has a chance. Laura Kinney running in to stop Bayley on the top. Missing her, hit the turnbuckle. And Bayley taking Laura Kinney down. I honestly thought that was over. Mirage feint was all we needed, I think, to finish this off. Bayley very cleverly moved out the way though. And Bayley is now in control. And out of nowhere, it's the Bayley to belly suplex. Laura Kinney's down. She needs to show some resiliency here. She's out, kicked out at 2. That was close. I honestly thought we were going to lose then. I just didn't see a way out of that. But luckily, Laura Kinney knew better. She managed to get her shoulder up at the right time. But it is a very close contest between the two of them. Bayley is really putting the pressure on. And now she's got the submission. No, rope break luckily saves Laura Kinney there. Not sure we would have got out of that easily. And now Bayley going to work on the legs. She knows that Laura Kinney's strength is her legs. Not just speed, but also power in them legs. She's trying to do as much damage to them as possible. Laura Kinney now fighting back. Going for the pin once more. And a rope break again this time. Not managing to really navigate the ring correctly. She seems to always do that. Laura Kinney seems to have this issue where she's always too close to the ropes with her pins. I think it's down to her probably inexperience at this point. The more experience she gets, hopefully the less that will happen. But at the minute, the boundaries of the ring seem to be difficult for her to keep on top of currently. So hopefully we'll see a change as she gets more experienced in WWE. No opinion, but another rope break again. Prime example. She's got Bayley back to her feet now. And Crescent Scythe out of nowhere. And she's in the corner. She's setting it up. Are we going to see the Mirage feint this time? Is Bayley going to be scouting this one too? Mirage feint by Laura Kinney hits. Bayley is down. In for the pin. It is 1. It is 2. It is 3. Laura Kinney has won. And she is the new Intercontinental Champion. And has won the belt off Bayley after biding her time and waiting 455 days for her opportunity. Laura Kinney finally wins her first taste of silverware in the WWE, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot more to come from her yet. That's what you do when you put in the training, you put in the time. That is a perfect way to finish the storyline of Bayley's Intercontinental Championship. Now, I don't know whether we'll have to defend it down the line, or it's just a one-off. I'm not sure. Only time will tell. Just going to upgrade some points here for Laura Kinney, and then we'll have a quick look on social media actually, and to see what other people seem to be saying about the match. Personally, we've had some fantastic matches in these 2 episodes of this storyline. Asuka match was incredible. That was a really tough, hard-fought match, and I think both people showed their determination to win, and both people had chances to win. That was incredible. And it seems social media is happy with what happened. They seem to be happy there's a new championship to fight for as well, which is the nice thing. and X-23 has her first championship. But that is it for today. That is it for this episode. If you're enjoying this series, don't forget to subscribe. A like on the episodes does help as well. And if you're enjoying any content on the channel, don't forget to ring that bell to not miss any episodes. We'll see you again next time for more WWE 2K22 MyRise.